Hello, Warrior. It's Lauren Stone, and I'm in these videos. I'm going to be talking about some of my strengths and how my strengths can help you establish that rhythm to your vision. And I'm actually using Gallup's program with the Clifton Strengths Finder to talk about my top 5 strengths and how those strengths make me the ideal coach to work with you and help you out. So let's dive into it and find out what those strengths are. Hello, Warriors. My name is Lauren Stone, and I'm the basic trainer, and I want to establish rhythm to your vision. Most of you hopefully know that by now, but I'm creating this content so you can get more comfortable with me and hiring me as a coach and know what I bring to the table. And I believe that the Clifton Strength Finder program is an amazing program that helps us know that what we're doing is the right thing and helps us to know how to adjust and adjust our careers and to make sure we're going down the right path. Now, they do have a program and they do have coaches that work through this. I'm not at this moment certified in the Clifton Strengths program, but I am going to be working towards that in the future. But as of right now, I am a student of it. I do love it. I first read this book 7 years ago, and I took the test back then to find my strengths, and I've retaken it now. And I found that after some life events, some changes have happened, but a lot of my strengths are comparable and similar. So in these videos, I'm going to share each one of my strengths so that you're aware of them as well. But just so you know what my top 5 are, they are context, belief, futuristic, individualization, and connectedness. And I love these strengths. Like they really call out to who I am as an individual and as a coach. And to me, as I've learned about them, they really reinforce great qualities as to why I can be a good coach and help you out. So let's jump into it and break them down each individually and talk about how each of those strengths will help me help you establish that rhythm to your vision. So Clifton strength number 1 for me came up as context, and I love context. According to Gallup and the Clifton Strengths, people who are especially talented with context, the context theme, enjoy thinking about the past. They understand the present by researching its history. I am very much a history person. I love studying history. I watch documentaries. I love ancient history, especially. My favorite book to read is biographies. I love historical fiction when I read fiction. But I want to know when I read biographies what successful people did to make them successful. And I can use those patterns and those characteristics because there are consistencies with the majority of people who have accomplished what I want to do. And so I study their stories. I know the context of what happened. And I can use that to help teach you as you're trying to build your business and you're trying to be successful as well. And then when it comes to knowing you and being able to help you, I want to know the context of your story as well. What have you done? What haven't you done? What's gotten you here? What's something that you know you needed to do, but you had struggles, and what were those struggles in helping you get in there? What are the triggers you've had to fight? Who are the people that are holding you back? I need to know the context in order to help you moving forward. So context and history is just something that it totally made sense to me when I learned about it. And I can use that context to help you. By knowing your story, I can help figure out what we need to do to move forward. Clifton strength number 2 for me came out belief. And according to Gallup and Clifton, people who are especially talented in the belief theme have certain core values that are unchanging. Out of these values emerges a defined purpose for their life. This one really connected with me as well. I was raised in a very principled home, as most of us are, and I have some strong core values that are important to me and that I hold dear to me. And the interesting thing about my courses and my curriculums is I have core principles that I teach people. So, for example, when you sign up for my introductory course, I have core principles that I teach. But the interesting other thing about those core principles is I don't teach them the same with every person. I customize them. I'll talk a little bit about that with individualization. But I have these core values. And the nice thing about having these core values is, I'm going to hold to them. People in this area, they tend to have more integrity and they tend to hold on to these beliefs that can edify. At least, hopefully, the beliefs that they hold on to are ones that edify. I believe the ones I have do, and so that's what I can do is I can take these core values and I can teach them to you and show you how these core values can help you build a better life. And again, establishing that rhythm to your vision, because it's these same patterns I talked about with context. There are patterns, and those patterns are include core values. With my business, I have core values. The 5 core values that I've chosen for my business are charity, love, warrior leadership, loyalty, and enthusiasm. Because those are core values that I hold dear, and those are the kind of people that I want working for me, and those are the kind of people who I want to work with. People who love and have charity, and who want to be strong, brave leaders, who want to be loyal to their cause, and are enthusiastic about things they're doing. So that's why I picked those 5 core values. And that belief helps me hold on to those core values and build up from there. Clifton Strength number 3 is futuristic. And as I'm recording these videos and I'm saying that these things need to connect with me, my son's in the background, shouldn't they all connect with you? Obviously, they all are going to connect with me. Futuristic, to me, though, seemed to be the most obvious as I was going through it. According to Gallup, people who are especially talented in the futuristic theme are inspired by the future and what could be. They inspire others with their visions of the future. If you look at my business structure, my official title that I've given myself in my company isn't CEO. It's actually Chief Visionary. That's who I want to be. I am a visionary person. I love seeing into the future. I love talking about the future. And I love exploring the future. And it's interesting because context was another strength where I'm always looking at the past and wanting to know history in the past. But the way I see the future is based on things that I've learned from my past, and I know where I've come from, and I know where people have come from, and it helps me see where they want to go and the pathway they need to get there. So I love envisioning the future, and I love talking about the future, and I love getting together and talking to other people about their future. And I can see your vision when you tell me about what you want to accomplish in the future. I can see that being futuristic as a strength enables me to do that. And as I see that, I take a look at the context and I look at the pathway, like, okay, these are the things that are going to stop you or slow you down. These are the things that are going to boost you. And it helps me see that pathway to your future. So this is how futuristic helps me establish that rhythm to your vision. Okay, now we're on to my 4th Clifton strength, individualization. According to Gallup, people who are especially talented in the individualization theme are intrigued with the unique qualities of each person. They have a gift for figuring out how people who are different can work together productively. I love knowing the individual and seeing the individual. And it's interesting because a lot of people hear that belief and they think that it's just a blanket. These are the principles that I have, and the principles that are for everyone. And yeah, there are core values that are for everyone, but we have and interpret and need those core values in an individualized way. And I love seeing the individual. And so I have a passion for speaking in front of a group and an audience, and I'm so comfortable and I love that. But one of the things that I enjoy about one-to-one coaching and mentoring is that I get to know you more as the individual, and I can work with you as an individual. But even in a classroom setting, as I get to know my class, the current trainings that I'm doing right now, I'm trying to keep those classes in under 10 people or less, so I can make sure I know those classes and those classes have time to interact, and I can work on bringing them together, and I know them individually, but I can help them work together as one unit as well. And so individualization is another one that I love because I love seeing how individuals are, and I like putting myself in their shoes because I want to know, why do they think this way? What are the experiences? I'll talk to my wife. My wife will be frustrated about something that someone did, and I'll be like, well, maybe they've had an experience like this, and you don't know what their past is, and so on and so forth. And to me, it's fascinating to know the individual. Maybe it comes back to that context too. Just I want to know about people. I want to know why they think the things they do and why they process things the way they do. I like that with individualization. All right, time to round off my top 5 Clifton strengths with connectedness. Now, my top 5, this is the one that I had to study a little bit to see how it worked with me. And at first I didn't get it, but the more and more I looked into it, the more and more I've loved connectedness, and I realized, yeah, I do. That is one of my strengths, and I can see why that's one of my strengths because of my process and thinking. But according to Gallup, people who are especially talented in the connectedness theme have faith in the links between all things. They believe there are few coincidences, and that almost every event has a reason. I'm not a coincidence guy. Things do happen for a reason. There was a reason why I was inspired to start this business at the time that I was. There was a reason why my family was inspired to move to Idaho at the time we were. There's things that have happened in my life that have led me to this moment, and there are things that are going to continue to happen. And it's not just a coincidence. I'm supposed to be doing this to help people improve their lives because we're all connected. And when I sit down with my customers and my clients and I talk about their goals, that a lot of them talk about how great their life's going to be and so many great things. But then I say, let's even branch that out. How are accomplishing your goals going to affect your family? How are they going to affect your friends? How are they going to affect your coworkers or your employees? How are they going to affect your clients? How are they going to affect your community, including your church, your kids' schools, after school programs, things that you participate in and want to do? How is your life and your community going to be better? What charities are you going to donate to or support or volunteer at? Because you're connected to so many things. You accomplishing your goal improves the world around you because we're connected. And I want you to see that and help that inspire you as you're traveling towards that vision, as you are moving along that rhythm towards your vision. It's a great concept and a great thing to do. And you are connected. And I love helping people see that. And I love the fact that we are connected in so many ways. I hope that you have found this video insightful and that you now understand more and more about how I can help you as a coach, how I can help you with your business establish that rhythm to your vision. I want to help you. I have a sincere and genuine passion for helping people. My goal when I meet with people is that they'll walk away with something that'll help them be a little bit better, to help them improve their lives. Even if all they do is a free appointment with me or come to one of my free classes, as long as they walk away with something, I know I have helped uplift someone and that their day is better. So contact me, reach out to me, schedule one of my free one-on-one appointments. I do most of them online. If you are located here in Idaho Falls or in the Eastern Idaho area, we can meet in person if you choose. But most of my clients meet with me online, and we do a lot of discussions online. I also have free classes. Again, I offer them in person here in Idaho Falls at the Idaho Innovation Center the first Thursday of every month. And then I have online classes on the second Thursday of each month. I have different curriculums for individual and for classroom settings. And I'm so excited to be helping people establish that rhythm of their vision. And even if all they do is come to my free classes or take advantage of that free appointment, that's fine. Move forward and do something great with your life. Establish that rhythm to your future and grow because it's so important. So it's such a big deal. I've talked about this before, but I remember attending a Tony Robbins event, and he talks about living the life you want. Get started today so that 10 years from now, future you is glad that you did it. Not so 10 years from now, future you is going to look at you and say, why didn't you start back then? Build the life you want now so that future you will have the life that you dream of and that you're desiring. Move forward with it. And if you need help, come and talk to me. I want to help you. I truly and passionately want to help you. So go get it done. It's going to be amazing. Just watch what happens.